welcome to this episode of Video Drone by DIY3DTech.com. We're out here, beautiful morning on the St. Clair River. I've checked hover and air map. I'm good to go. About 10 miles visibility. Gusts about 0 to 3 miles an hour. So, just going to take the Mavic Pro up for some cruising. This Mavic Pro Classic, what I'm calling the Classics. I've got the Mavic 2 Pro. It's confusing naming. And I've got the Mavic Pro, this one. And so we're going to take it up and do some flights. I'm going to do a precision takeoff from my buddy Stan. And just kind of let it sit in there. I've got the circular polarizing filter on it. And it says it's taking off, which is a good thing. So it's going up to about 6 meters and setting in. I'm now in GPS mode. And so I'm going to start video recording. I'm coming in at 2.7K so I can use the digital zoom. And beautiful morning, getting great colors out of the circular polarizer. And so I want to take this up and out. Let's go up and out. So that's a nice view. And so kind of angle it around. Remember to do my tap to focus, Stan. Thank you for reminding me. And wrong button, Joe. Wrong button. I probably don't have it programmed in this one. So just was going to try doing the zoom, but I'm using a different phone, and it must be centric to the application because all I'm getting is the down. So again, we're just kind of setting things up. So we got the sun high in the sky. We're just panning a little bit to the north. Life is good. Caught a couple ships earlier in the morning on some earlier flights for some earlier episodes. So again, we're just kind of chilling around down here. Got a little bit of haze in the air. It's I think it's the first day of September actually when I'm filming this. So starting to get a little bit of cool in the air, which is making for a little bit of haze. You can see off in the distance the power plant. I want to see. Will this let me change the long press gimbal control live stream flight? Just checking what I've got set up on this phone actually. Controller, home point, sport mode, beginner, box enabled. I always forget where half the stuff is on this thing because I don't really change the stuff too much. And when I do, I typically change it. It's advanced settings, landing protection. Nope, I don't see it. Anyways, I was just looking to see where I change my stick to see if I can change the zoom. So I can just pinch and zoom. So we can get some really interesting pictures. Boy. So just getting some images, looking down river, the power plants, refineries. So just kind of one of the things I actually want to do. Well, yeah, I was just thinking I want to get a panorama of this. And did I do one in the past? I can't remember all the things. But what I'm thinking about doing is taking a bunch of these 2.7K frames and stitching them together to create a panorama, so I can get this kind of zoom, this level of zoom. So I want to bring this up a little bit, and so just kind of pan. Sort of an interesting view in itself. Industry always amazes me. You know, it's one of those things, you know, live with, live without, etc. Go back to being a caveman, I don't know. But, you know, just the manufacturing process, and especially petrochem and that kind of stuff, has always fascinated me. So here we go, just kind of looking down lake. We're not getting the sun burning us out. Nice depth of field. Again, we got a little haze for effect And again, we've zoomed in. And auto center focus, just kind of watching the various stuff. And yeah, just a nice morning for a flight. The wind has actually died down quite a bit from this morning when it started, which is actually surprising because usually the wind picks up a little bit as the day goes, but must be low. We're supposed to have thunderstorms this evening, afternoon. So that's why I wanted to get out here in the morning and do some flights and that kind of stuff. Let me zoom back out. So let's see, I'm up 26 meters. I'm going to drop it down a little bit. I'm just right out there. And what I want to do... the water looks pretty clear this morning. Let's take a look in the water a little bit. We got the circular polarizer. Whoops. I'm going to move it over towards the walkway a little bit. Just kind of keeping line of sight on it. What's that swimming? Is that a sea monster or something? I don't know. Is that a duck? Can't really tell. Phone screen's too small. But let's just take some looks underwater. I love this underwater stuff here. And take this out. Just kind of keep an eye on it, make sure I'm not running into anything. So I'm running this in. So look at that, man, that's just amazing. It's kind of framing it up a little bit more here. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. Just kind of follow this rock line out. We've got a power boat coming by. And we're just kind of following this down and around. And we got a little bit of seaweed and just kind of looking at things, seeing what's what. There's that, I kind of want to frame this up a little bit. One of the things I like doing is I like framing diagonally. Sort of like this, where it's running diagonal in the frame. It kind of messes with your sense of perception because we expect things to run in linear fashions. You know, we expect a wall to be straight, but you know, when you have a diagonal like that, I think this might be a good one to pull pixels and put up there. Oh, that's a neat little image. And plus what I love about it is I can fly sideways to continue capturing this, because I'm flying now sideways and just tracking this wall diagonally. Whoop, I want to come back here. I like this. I like this with the seaweed. I'm hitting a little gust of a wind. But yeah, was hoping the wind would die down a little bit so I'd get a little bit more glassy look and I'd get wouldn't really get the waves coming back up. But I had a little gust of wind. And so just see what more we follow this old seawall around. It's always kind of, you know, being around maritime situations, it's always, you know, interesting to see how the landscape has changed over the years. we got a little bit of wind picking up now, so hopefully the wind's not going to be too bad on the audio. Let's spin this around so we're tracking. Tracking this. And we're just kind of looking at things as we're going along. And just beautiful blue waters. I'm going to throw some LUTs on here to kind of clean up the color a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Wow, what's this? Let's see if we can frame this up a little bit better. And again, I wish it had a little bit less wind. The wind, you know, I was kind of bragging at the beginning of this that the wind had really died down. But it's picking up a little bit, and it's giving me some of those surface waves. So I'm going to pull, I'm not too far out there, I'm going to pull the camera up. See where I'm at. I want to zoom out. And, whoops. Just kind of bring it back this way. Yeah, because I'm not going to get too much more, so let's just bring her back this way, bring her in. And we'll call this a flight. Look at her come in. Boy, smooth flying. I tell you, you know, you can bitch about DJI, but I tell you, just, you know, knock on wood, all in all, I got to say this has been the happiest drone I've been with. So I love the Spark, but I think the Wi-Fi on it sucked. And this is what I keep saying. I think this is what people discount, is the connectivity. That's 90% of a drone, folks, is the connectivity. And so if you get sucky connectivity, you know, Wi-Fi is cheap and all, and you know, Wi-Fi tethering. But, you know, having good solid control of your drone, that's critical. And well worth the money. And I need to pay attention here as I bring it down. If I need to bring it over, I need to bring it back. And there we go. Down. Video saved. Another great flight of the Mavic Pro over the St. Clair River. Just loving on the Mavic line in general. We got the Mavic Pro Classic here, and we've got the Mavic 2 Pro, and so life is good. So anyways, hopefully you found this flight interesting. Big thumbs up. Let me know what you're thinking about for lunch, and we'll see you in the next video when we build or fly something. Cheers.